Alright, so I'm about to start doing some Pyre here. I'm just running a little bit late. I'm getting stuff ready. But I'm about to fire it up right now. I have played some Pyre before, but I never finished it. I'm not exactly sure how far through it I got. And I didn't finish it because I wasn't enjoying it. It's a really cool game. It's kind of unusual, kind of different from what I'm used to. It's different from what I'm used to with Supergiant games. I've played through all of Bastion before. Bastion is great. If you haven't played it, you should definitely play it. And I think I almost finished Transistor, but didn't. And again, I don't know why. Transistor is also great. I have a tendency sometimes to get distracted with games, so I'm even thinking of doing Transistor as a stream sometime and playing through the whole thing. But so anyway, this is Supergiant's most recent game, and I got it basically right when it came out because I was super excited about it, and then I think, played through quite a bit of it, but then got distracted by some other game, and stopped, which is a thing I struggle with sometimes. Unless a game just super sucks me in, and then I'm just super devoted to it until I finish. But that's fairly rare. Usually I have to, oh, it even has my old profile here, but I'm obviously not going to pick up in the middle of the game. I'm going to start over from the beginning. And I'm going to play on standard difficulty because I don't know, I'm just not interested in trying to do something super difficult. And I'm playing with a controller, obviously, as you can see. But this is I'm playing on PC. The music for this, as with all the Supergiant games, is real good. I got the soundtrack for the like when I bought it I think half to get the soundtrack. I think I listened through the whole soundtrack before I actually started playing the game. I think Transistor might be my favorite soundtrack of their 3 games, but they're all real good. Your days in the downside brought slow, lonesome agony. Now as you lie yielding to the elements, something rumbles into view. 3 shapes emerge, each clad in strange attire. So this game is a bit... One of the reasons this game is a bit unusual compared to their previous games is like a good portion of the game is set up more like a visual novel than anything else. Like you go through these text boxes and occasionally make choices in these text boxes, and then there's like a whole separate like action sports game part of it. And so when you're going through these text boxes, you sometimes get these highlighted words, and you can hover over them, and it tells you a little bit more about them. So the downside we can see is a vast purgatory into which the Commonwealth casts its convicts and enemies. None have been known to return from the Forsaken Land. And these can change I believe if you acquire new information. They'll like stay up to date with what your character would know. And oh, I thought you could like pick something on them. Yeah. Another piece of filth expelled from the Commonwealth. See, right on schedule. What did I tell you? You told us we would find someone alive. Someday. I said we'd find someone alive someday. Just not today, I guess. But don't be glum. You know I see you frowning underneath that mask. Looks like she's breathing. Okay, yeah, oh, and here's one of the things you can alter. In this case, you can alter it to change your gender. And this is what I went with last time. I don't suspect it has much impact on the story as such, but I'm gonna go with this. Again, I'm gonna go with a neutral gender. It seems they still are. Then stand aside. I shall send them to a better place. Better place? Name me a single better place than this. Hang on, the markings on their rags. I think they're one of them. But look at them. They are beyond our help, and we are beyond theirs. Broken, shaking, starving. Probably diseased. Yeah, good luck with that. That there, chum. See you back at the wagon. Indeed, the day grows dim. You have at best an hour. Understood. I won't be long. After the others leave, the man turns toward you and begins unfastening his mask. Hello, my friend. Don't care who you are or what you did. None of that matters anymore. All of us, we're equal nothings here. You are parched, and he gives you drink. I actually need a drink myself in real life. That's better. You ache, and he binds your wounds. You hunger, and he gives you food. Little by little, it helps. There, turns out you're tougher than you look. Name's Headwind. Now come on. You sense no ill intent as he helps you up and leads you to an old black wagon. Nothing like the stately vessels that paraded Commonwealth criminals through Alabaster streets. So we can see that the Commonwealth is a proud country risen from the ashes of a fallen empire, home to a multitude of ethnic groups, founded on principles of mercy and kinship, whose exact meanings evolved through many centuries. Hedwin beckons you to enter the Black Wagon. The weather-beaten wagon is as much a mess inside as out. You see the masked woman and the talkative creature taking stock of ancient-looking books. I'm back. And with a guest. She loosens the clasps on her mask. Ooh, she's scary looking. You may call me Jodariel. She is the most imposing of the three masked wanderers who found you clinging to life. And as for myself, Small One struggles with his mask. Jodariel soon assists him. Ow! That is to say, you may regard me by the name of Rookie Greentail. Such pleasantries out of the way, the horned woman motions to the others. She glances at you sidelong as she speaks. I needed another drink, sorry. Can they do it? Hope so. I haven't asked them yet. What? Then what are we waiting for? Hey, chum. Nice meeting you and all, but tell me something. You know how to read or what? He is asking if you are a reader. Reader, one who can derive meaning from text. Oh, really? I wouldn't have known. Literacy has been prohibited for centuries. Those with knowledge of the old ways violate the law of the land. So we can admit it, deny it, or remain silent. I'm going to remain silent. You stare back at Ruki, but say nothing in response. He stares back for several moments, then grows angry. Silent treatment, huh? Now, don't you play dumb with us there, understand? The dumb don't have those kind of markings. Those are something else. We know what you are. Reader, you owe us your life. We ask for something simple in exchange. Open one of those books there and tell us what it says. Sorry to put you on the spot like this, my friend. The exiles indicate the books in their possession. Okay, so I guess we're going to open this strange book. Though we can also look around and see some of the other stuff there is. But we can't leave. There's nothing, I don't think there's anything we really can do except to do one of the books. Yep. So we'll open the strange book. You pick up one of the old and heavy I don't know why I decided it was a tome. Old and heavy volumes, bound in materials you do not recognize. I mean, they are tomes. Let's be real. It's totally a tome. Forward, a formal welcome, undersigned by the 8 scribes. You, dear reader, are an exile of the downside, such as we, the 8 who wrote this book of rights. That you possess it and have capacity to glean its words is testament enough to your potential. Thus we reveal a path from this forsaken place, to freedom, a homecoming and glory. The stars themselves shall be your guide. Ere the turning of the year's first solstice, seek the nearest longitude, beneath the brightest of 8 as they align as shown. Arrive as a triumvirate, clad in the raiments of the rites, bearing this book. Oblige the voice that tells you more. I think that is the page we're on, so. The book describes a complicated method through which exiles can return to the Commonwealth. The words swim through your mind as Hedwyn gets your attention. Yeah, those are the same. Well, friend, what does it say? But then your vision starts to fade and blur. You feel your body weaken and give out.
Reader, dare you tamper with forbidden knowledge? So soon after your sentence into exile. 'Tis true what the book says. You can be free again. Perhaps not you yourself, but someone worthy of the privilege. You witness now the path toward salvation. You witness the rights, the one way to return to glory. Though in your case, I hardly think it possible. Yet, by the grace of the scribes, it is my duty to inform you anyhow.
So this is we're going into the tutorial for the more gameplay oriented bit, which is the kind of sports game I mentioned. It worked. So it is true. Yeah, but what now? And where'd the reader go? They should be out there still. For now we have to put our faith in them. They could abandon us. They won't. You look upon the 3 of them from beyond as Hedwyn then calls out to you. Reader, we aim to free ourselves. We will not grow old and die in the downside. And now, I swear to you, when we get out of here, you are going to come with us. But first, we need your help. Show us the way. Freedom. You focus all your mental faculties to do as Hedwyn asked.
A celestial orb falls from the heavens when the time is nigh.
So we can move around with our stick, and we can grab this orb.
Exiles conduct the rites as a triumvirate, for they must prove their trust in one another, not just in themselves.
So we can pass it. Whoosh. Wait, why? What? And it was like whenever I would let go of the stick, it would change.
The three must act as one.
So yeah, so you can only move one character at a time, but you can change. You change who you are. I guess they haven't shown us that yet.
Now plunge into the pyre with the orb and be purified. Yes, the exiled rookie has the way of it. Whoever steps into the flame is banished for a time. His or her cohorts must make do on their own. Oh, but it is not so simple. In the rites, you shall face adversaries whose own freedom is at stake. Beware the aura that surrounds them, as they shall beware yours.
Yeah, so that's why I say this is kind of fantasy basketball. You could kind of have to grab this ball and maneuver it into their goal.
The aura is your wrongdoing. Accept it as a part of you. Cast your aura like a stone. Correctly done. Again. Just so. A glorious performance, I admit. More than I expected from the likes of you. Grasp the orb once more. The orb absorbs the aura, then the orb quenches the flame. Now I say jump. Leap with all your strength. Not quite. Thus sails the orb into the waiting flame. Now snuff out the adversary's pyre whilst yours yet burns. Rookie doused the adversary's
I like Rookie because he's very fast.
Zap. Thoroughly banished. Edwin doused the adversary's flames. The orb, take it. Magnificent.
All right, but as you can see, Rookie doesn't do as much damage.
Good.
So you kind of have to maneuver. Oh no.
Simply abhorrent.
Oh gosh, now everybody's down. There we go. That'll do it.
The rite is complete. There, dear reader. Now you understand.
But they still haven't shown us all of
Or
the things
do you?
we can do.
This was but a glimpse of that which lies ahead. I would tell you to turn back, cast down your hope. But all those such as you never listen.
Yeah, like they didn't really show us like switching characters or how you can throw throw the orb into the pyre, I believe, as well. And I think you can also throw the orb. I think you can also throw the orb to banish opponents, maybe? I don't know. We'll have to see. I might be misremembering on that part. The others are still picking themselves up as you awaken. Well, that was something. That was our way out. So now we just follow the stars, or what? Supposedly. Reader, come let us regard the night. Jodariel leads you outside where a clear night sky awaits. Now show us, before the howlers catch our scent, where shall the rites commence? So it says the 8 scribes gave their freedom so that we may yet have ours. Prayer from the Book of Rites. You gaze at the stars. And so now we can look around and we can see these different stars. And I don't think you really have a choice. I think it's kind of set where you have to go. Here. So we can see the goal, the South Star, is the location of the next rite. Hmm, 200 leagues due east, the Ridge of Goal. According to the stars, the next rite shall soon commence here. The fossil remains of the serpent titan slain by Golanthian yet loom over those living in its shadow. Great, and we're supposed to be there when exactly? Very soon, according to the stars. You should be able to arrive in time if you make haste. Then we had best get started. Well, this ought to be good for a few laughs at least. What do you say, Jody? Jodariel turns to you, studying you. Reader, do not deceive us. Pray we make good use of our remaining time. What she means is, glad to have you aboard, chum. We're counting on you, my friend. See you inside. Freedom, the rights are the key. It is a lot to take in. Your fellow exiles await you in the wagon. I need another drink. The art is so great in this game too. I love the art and the, like, not really implied setting, like, because it's not just implied, but the setting that's never just spelled out, right? Like, it talks about this serpent titan killed by Golanthian, and it's like, what is that? What? Who? What? We don't know. It's just something that happened in the distant past of this world that we're never told exactly about. You arrive in Downside Prairie, where the road ahead is forked. There's lack of consensus about which way to proceed. I'm telling you, we ought to take the northern pass. Got an associate holed up in Hollow Root. I've got to pay a visit to besides. So we can see that Hollow Root is a northern, or that is on the way to the north to the Ridge of Goal. And it's a small exile encampment. Every so often, tempests come and scour away the huts and hovels, but they always crop back up. Fee and your associate. Best we head to Blooming Pool and avoid attention. And Blooming Pool is around the south. And it's an area with hot springs. Runoff from the sandfolds means no bathing in the springs, so they're just there to mock you. And get stuck in a bog while we're at it? The dispute continues as Headwind listens for a while. What if the reader settled this? They mark the way, we get us there. If these rites are meant to test our faith, then we'd best learn to trust the reader's instincts on our path. No second-guessing them along the way. Can we all live with that for now?
Lapi.
Yeah, sure. If necessary. Then it's settled. Just point the way, my friend. The stars guide us through you. You may now choose a route toward your goal at certain junctures. Yeah, so this is the main way you get to make choices that I've seen in the game so far. So Jodariel wants to go to Blooming Pool, and Ruki wants to go to Hollowroot. And so, as you can guess, there's a bit of a kind of a relationship thing going on in the game. And if we go to Hollowroot, Ruki will be happy. If we go to Blooming Pool, Jodariel will be happy. And it'll also give you a little hint about what you might get out of it, like besides making one person or the other happy. So she thinks we'll find some rare flora, and he knows somebody who owes him. I'm going to go to Blooming Pool just because I'm pretty sure I went to Hollowroot the first time I played the game. So just to mix things up, I think I'm going to go to Blooming Pool, even though Ruki is one of my favorite characters in the game. So, sorry Ruki. Let's go to Blooming Pool. Jodariel offers to show you around Blooming Pool after she notices you staring at the bogs and vegetation near the wagon. See, I'm noticing that sometimes the things in red, like, flash. Okay, I think they might have, been updated if they're flashing. Because, like, previously it just said something about, like, her being the most intimidating of the three or something. So now it has some better information. Soon something catches her eye. Observe, this shall pay for half our trip. You found black bloom. It is quite valuable. Okay, so it's just a trade item. And a little bit of a spoiler, I guess, if you play this yourself. I'm pretty sure you just get a trade item if you go north, too. Which I guess would make sense for the first choice of the game, like, just to give you basically the same thing, and have it really just impact the relationship issue, rather than it being anything that has a real impact on gameplay. The black wagon grinds to a stop at the base of the ridge of goal. The others ask you to assist with making preparations for nightfall and the commencement of the rite. Page revealed, the first exile. So, we could just go straight into the rite. Or we can go into the black wagon, where we can talk to people and check out stuff. And if each person has like a different thing, and then if they're not inside, it'll tell you like what they're doing. So we can see that Hedwyn is out scouting, and Ruki is somewhere nearby. And I know it mentioned that we have a new page in the Book of Rites, so we might as well check that out. First exile. In the words of Gol Galanthian, the Master General. You know perhaps the thrice-cursed name of Solium Mur, the Emperor of Sar, the first exile and my liege. This chapter concerns him, and those who found him in the downside. Each of us was sent to take his life, such was the hatred for him, and for him in and around his country. Yet we found in Solium Mur a man transformed in body, mind, and spirit, a man deserving of much more than mercy. In time he named us his scribes, and he became the eighth. It is my greatest honor now to share with you his deeds. To know his story is to know the rites. Alright, so that is our new page in the book. Book of Rites, and we can talk to Jodariel. Reader, Greentail here was just complaining how you opted not to take us up to Hollowroot. Yeah, so it has a little more real information on Ruki. An opportunistic and well-connected cur still clinging to his once comfortable lifestyle. What? And violate our anti-second guessing pact? Nah, I was only saying how our chum's gonna have to keep on making the tough calls. Besides, just making sure we got something to pawn off at the next slug market we find. The slug market is a crude trading post found in the downside. Commonwealth contraband sometimes finds its way to the downside, where it is traded and sold. And we have. Now let us focus on the task at hand. We have reached our destination and have much left to prepare before tonight. The two of them soon go about rummaging through the raiments and the books strewn about the wagon, leaving you to your own devices. Yeah, so we're pretty much done here. I didn't know you could, like, dig through the straw. You can check out things. And poke them. And some of them you can examine. Oh, and this is something I forgot to point out. There's this dude! Lone Minstrel. This guy's just hanging out. He's been hanging out in here for a while. You observe the man slumped in the corner of the wagon, bearing some sort of stringed instrument. You sense he lives, but nothing more. It seems inopportune to ask about him now. That's weird. I mean, I'd be like, why is there a dude just hanging out? But, you know. And you can view the roster, but I think we'll look at that later. Isn't a big reason to do it now. And so at this point, we might as well commence the rite. There's not anything else we can do. There's no slug market actually available at the moment. As darkness falls, your fellow exiles stand together, clad in the raiments of the rites. The preparations are set. However, everything is still and calm. Soon they grow restless. Keep telling you there's nothing here. What a bunch of idiots we are. If we traveled all this way for nothing. I don't think we did. Look up.
Freedom! The stars align at last. You reach the Ridge of Goal at the appointed time, and your triumvirate is ready. Your adversaries in the rites this eve shall be the Accusers. Whose ever pyre yet burns once the other is extinguished shall step closer to freedom. Now let the rites commence.
The stars are aligned and your pyre burns bright. Across from your companions appear several others, also clad in raiments. Your adversaries in the rites. Oh, I think I remember how to switch people. I think you just use the pass button if you don't actually have the ball. I think if you have the ball, orb, I think you have to control the person with the orb. I think. Everyone ready? Let's hope so. Be still, we have a visitor. The one whom she refers to steps forward. At last, Nightwings grace us with their presence. We're the Nightwings. That's us. The name of a triumvirate in blue. It seems your fellow exiles have assumed their identity. I see the reports of your demise have been exaggerated after all. Even I was beginning to think you were gone for good. Nobody moves, save for the man robed in gold who unfastens his mask. Surprised to see old Lendl again? I trust you remember my face, although you must have assumed never to see it again after last time. So he is the leader of the accusers. Never had I come so close to freedom, only for you to dash my hopes. Now I and the accusers shall repay that affront. So he's angry at us, but like he's clearly who he's angry at is really the people who are the Nightwings before us. Like, because they're gone. We don't know what happened to them. Our people just like found these robes and the book and all that, and kind of stepped into the role. He shoves his mask back on and takes position with his comrades. It is time. From the shadows you clutch the Book of Rights and focus on the task at hand.
Begin! Oh.
Damn it.
That one almost got through.
Damn it. I'm not doing very well. I've basically forgotten how to play this game, frankly.
Out 5.
There we go.
The accusers underestimated you?
Like I said, I'm a big fan of Ruki. Ruki's the best.
Oh, there goes Hedwin. If I were that one, I'd be rather angry.
Oh shit.
The Nightwings.
We have the exact same size aura. Not ideal.
A banishment.
I swear there was another way to switch.
Tis taken.
I swear there was another better way to switch people.
Your demon is banished.
Damn.
Pathetic.
Not doing well. Or I mean, I'm doing okay, but like, I'm not doing as well as I'd hope.
Poof.
There we go.
Edwin plunged into their fire.
No, I shall not accept defeat from you again. Hear me, accusers. Stand your ground. Let your auras boil in rage.
It seems that you have flustered the accusers.
We have rattled them. They mean to draw us out. Then we'll just have to run more circles around them. Oh, here's where they teach you about throwing the orb.
What that Lendl did to deserve his exile, hmm?
Yeah, I've never been good at... I never got very good at throwing the orb.
The orb. In the name of Solium Mur. Alas for Lendl.
Bam! Now we just need one good rookie shot.
Now go on, just once more. Be gone, Joe Daniel.
Fuck yeah!
You have prevailed. Rejoice. Then,
Yeah, see, the game does some interesting things that I think is pretty cool. Like, if you've succeeded once, your person who scored is out of the game until the next person scores, and the other team has 3 people where you only have 2, which is a pretty cool way of kind of giving the person who's behind. Well, I mean, they're not necessarily behind, but giving the person who a chance to catch up, which is I think a really cool way of doing it. Your deceit may have earned you a hollow victory, but know this: the accusers will not forget your wickedness, and when next we meet, you will rue the day. It seems like we maybe should have told them that we weren't who they thought that we were.
The exiled Jodariel has gained enlightenment. Only the enlightened can regain their freedom.
So this is essentially experience points. And as you can see, you get some points just for being in the right, and then you get some points for winning. And I believe I got her some points when I chose the path that she wanted to take. I'm not sure. We'll see. And one interesting thing about this game is also that, from what I've heard anyway, whether you win or lose, you never hit a game over in the game. If you win it right, great, then you win and you move on. If you lose it right, great, you still move on. And it just, the story takes that into account. And like, I mean, I think like you could save Scum and like go back, but it's not like intended for that. You're intended to just go on. And we can see, we can check out some different stuff here. We can see that she's a demon. Now we can see what that means. So it says they're former men and women who survived in exile long enough to be transformed by it. So just living in the downside apparently changes you over time. And we can look at her stats. Everybody has the same 4 main stats. Glory is essentially the amount of points you do, right? So she does a ton of damage if she can get in there, but she's freaking slow. I mean, because quickness is what you'd expect. She's real slow. So it's real hard to get her in there to score. But if you do, she does a ton of damage. Presence is the diameter of the aura. Quickness is speed, and then hope is how long it takes them to come back after being banished. So she's big and slow. She's a big, slow, strong. She's real good at blocking, right? Because she's got a real wide aura, but she's slow, and it takes her a long time to come back from being spawned. So she's pretty good at blocking. And then here's what you can do when you level up is that you can gain these new abilities, and there's 2 paths, and I believe you can mix and match, I believe, but to get down to the top end one, you're gonna have to like focus on one. And so we can see that she can do this path called the Sins of the Fallen Emperor, which enhance her strength and physical prowess. And yeah, I like that they have these little like world-based like flavor text bits, as he fell into the downside, Solium Myrrh understood at last the consequences of his hedonistic reign. Or she can do the boons of the first exile, which enhance a demon's spirit and sheer force of will. The fallen Emperor Myrrh moved past his many failings as a man, achieving selflessness in exile. And so at the top level, right now we can pick to either to give her Long Stride, which essentially lets her double rush. After using her rush to lunge forward, Jodariel can rush again right away. Because she doesn't have a sprint. Yeah, that's another thing with the game, is that some of the characters have kind of all different basic abilities. Like Ruki has a very fast sprint, like he goes real fast, but his stamina drains real fast. Hedwyn doesn't increase his speed quite as much when he sprints, but he can sprint a little bit longer. And she just has a real short kind of like lunge. That just uses all of her stamina. So that would let her be a little more mobile. Or she could take this thing that lets her instantly recover all her stamina after banishing an adversary. But I always like to look ahead and see, like, well, what, like, that's cool, but what else could we get? And she could get Brazen Manor at the next level up. That would let her salute. She can do a salute, and then she'll do extra damage to the Pyre, but again, getting her into the Pyre is so hard, in my experience. She could get Crushing Heal, which will stun enemies and make them drop the orb after she jumps, which is pretty cool. Or she could get Celestial Spike, where she can banish adversaries by flinging the orb into them. Okay, that might have been what I was thinking of, about throwing the orb at people. I'm pretty sure I went this route before, because, like, that one, it's like, how am I going to use that? Like, it's so hard to get her in there. But here we go. We can take, at the next level, we can take Fierce Presence, which makes her aura even bigger, right? And she's already a real good blocker. So that makes her even better at that. Or this one, where you get extra hit points, so to speak, for your own Pyre, buying you extra time, more or less, in case you have trouble getting going. And then at the top level, makes enemies banished by her take longer to return. So I'm going to go that way, especially because Relentless Vigor lets her, like, essentially, like, if she doesn't have the orb, she can, like, tackle someone. Her huge aura will, like, you know, banish them, and then she'll immediately get her stamina back, and she can do it again, which is pretty cool. Like, this would be better if you had, like, if you wanted to try to turn her into someone who was actually going to score points, like, this would be good. Like, this would be good, and then this would let you get even more points. And, like, you could, like, with this, you could jump in, make them drop it, dash in to grab it, and then dash again. Like, I could see it being good. You know, and then, like, this, if you have the orb, you throw it at them, and that, like, banishes them, and then she can dash in and grab the orb again. Like, I could see that potentially being very cool. But I'm gonna go with the same kind of way I tried to use her the previous game. I tend to play
bestows his favor
defensively with her. And then, yeah, you can see Ruki didn't get as many points. He has 600. How do I switch people? Why can I not see the other characters? Am I just... I don't know. Okay, I'll go in and look a little bit later. After the rites, the accusers disappear into the darkness. As you return to the wagon, in the still night sky, you see a single star burns brighter than the rest, beckoning you onward. So now we have to choose our next star. And, oh,
Smart
okay,
lass.
maybe it's not taking us straight to that. Well, my friends, what can I say? The rights are real, and we're in. The Getting Out of Here Club. Next up on the agenda, keep chasing the stars until we're free. Until we are free. Until we're free. Here, here. Sounds fine. Might as well be us instead of Lendl back there. Lendl the liar, the cold-mannered head of the accusers, and bears an old grudge against the Nightwings. Anyway, I guess we better start packing. As the others go about their business, Hedwyn turns to you. Reader, come walk with me while the stars are still out. You and Hedwyn walk in silence for a time before he speaks up. You have questions. Come, ask away. We need you in on this for the long haul. Hedwyn wishes to know if anything is troubling you. Let's see, what should we ask him about? I'm gonna ask what happens if I refuse to help. You ask Hedwyn what would happen if, say, hypothetically, you did not wish to help them any further in this quest. He maintains eye contacts and his smile. Good question, my friend. We're going to have a lot of time to discuss that and many other things. Make you a deal. Read the stars for us again, and I'll tell you all about it on the way. You sense he speaks truly as he beckons toward the fading dark above. Okay. So I didn't get to ask another question, which is a bit annoying. But, oh well. Maybe I'll get to ask him more questions later. And so again, I don't have any, like, options as far as I know. I just get to pick Jomur, the Dusk Star. The Dusk Star burns bright over an ancient spring in Jomur Valley. That's a long way north and west. We'll see if this old wagon's fit for it. Then he turns to the others. How's it going, rookie? Imps fed, wheels clean? Status, Jody? No sign of howlers. Everything is secure. Good. Get some rest. We're headed to the spring of Jomur. At dawn, we're off. So what do we know about this? The Alpha Chief hoped bathing here would cure his ailments, but they only made him itch. Great. So again, I can just continue, or I can check out the wagon. And I think it only shows this word bubble if there's someone who wants to talk. So, let's see what Jodariel has to say. You sense Jodariel's steel gaze well before you turn to her. Reader, rummaging about the wagon once again. Tell me something, now that you are here. Look at me. Are you afraid of me? You consider the question. You have never before met someone like her, but do know something of what happens to those who remain in the downside for many years. Jodariel wishes to know if you fear her. Let's see. I'm gonna say nothing. I like being silent. You attempt to hold eye contact as best you can, but say nothing in response. She just stares at you, but then her features soften. At ease, reader, you have withstood my torment for the while. But you shall fear me yet if you survive this place. Now then, I shall go make my rounds. She walks away. You feel the floor of the wagon shake with her step. Jodariel gain +1 hope for the next right. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, certain choices you pick will like give you temporary bonuses, which is kind of cool. And then I wanted to look more at the roster. Can I switch characters now? Oh, I guess I just have to wait. Oh, the bumper buttons. Okay. So, yeah, so He's got 750. She's got 1250. Oh, yeah. This is why I thought, like, okay, like, you're only going to get to have... If you want to get the maximum one, you have to take all of them. Unless you can just go 1, 2, 3, but I think you need both of the second level ones to get the final one. Because it only shows 4 slots, so I think you only can ever get enough. I don't know if you could, like, max out. Yeah, like, you can see that the meter maxes out at Master. I don't know if you're, like, guaranteed to be, like, at the end of the game by the time you get there, or if you can get there earlier and you just wouldn't get anything else by then. I don't know. But yeah, but she's got 1250, and he's got 600, and he's got 750. So, like, they all were in the same thing together. So it's like, why are some of them leveling up faster and slower? Well, I think she gained extra because we went to the place that she wanted to go when we had the choice of paths. I don't know why he got less than he did. Maybe I got some points with him, like, just now from the conversation after the thing. But yeah, we can take a look at everybody's stats. So he's got glory, so he does 20 damage, so that's pretty good. He's kind of the middle of the road guy. He's pretty fast. He doesn't take too long to come back. He's got okay presence. And then Ruki, of course, has almost no presence. So he has just this tiny, tiny aura. But he's very fast, and he comes back very quickly. So yeah, he's real good at scoring, but he doesn't do a lot of damage. But still, I usually like to use him and Hedwyn to score and her to block. And we can take a look at their species. So he's just this. They're these dog-like critters, as you can see, obviously. The Alpha Chiefs would later say their kind went soft no sooner than they joined the Commonwealth, and he's a nomad. And we can see a fuller bio. Oh, here's where it describes, like, how their powers vary, if they vary. So he has a high jump, a standard throw, and a standard sprint. She has a rush. And her jump will push people back, but I don't think she can jump as far. And it will also show, like, how their auras go. And then there's little bits of information on, like, their past and stuff, but a lot of these start out unknown, and then I think may later be revealed as you get to know them. So he's a contraband dealer, we can see. He was an outrider. They ensured the high-wing remnants never flew far from their mountain nests. Those who served on the blood border were taught to always watch the skies. What does that mean? I don't know. This is what it's saying about the kind of implied setting. So she was also served on the Commonwealth's blood border, whatever that the blood border is. And yeah, and they have a little bit of information on their background down here. She and Hedwyn, I believe, they were like in the same military unit before they were exiled. And we don't know why Ruki was exiled. So that's what we can see in there. Oh, and we can also do stuff with items and stuff. But currently our only item is a thing that just is, the thing that is just for selling, for making some money. So, might as well move on at this point. And so sometimes it'll give us these points where it's like, oh, you can choose, but it's like there's nothing to choose, which I think is kind of silly, but it's a common thing in games like this. Jomur Valley. Have I mentioned how much I like the art in this game? It's real good. The climate here in Jomur Valley is hot and uncomfortable. On top of that... So, okay, exiled Kuras roamed Jomur Valley. Okay. Among the 8 scribes, the Alpha Chief Jomur Minimane took a special liking to this region. Okay, so Jomur, the namesake of this region, is a cur like Ruki. We have a stowaway. Home? Can we go home? She must have latched onto the undercarriage as you cross the ridge. Her manner is odd, though you sense she means no harm. She must have overheard some of your fellow exiles' conversations. You need but say the word, Hedwyn. Oh, come on, you can't be serious, Jody. She's just some kid who managed to climb aboard our wagon undetected, but still. Do it, Jody. Jodariel approaches the girl and looms over her. Listen to me, girl. We cannot guarantee that we shall get you home, or any one of us, but at present we have room for you, and adequate provisions. You may accompany us for the time. Jodariel leaves without awaiting a response, presumably to make room in the wagon for your new guest. The stowaway is overjoyed at this. Really? You are so kind. You are most kind to someone you just met, like me. May the 8 scribes smile upon you all. So the 8 scribes, some revere them as gods, believing they bound themselves to exile so that others could live free. Centuries of oral tradition have shaped the history of the 8 scribes into myth and legend. She claps her hands and bursts into laughter and performs some sort of dance. Ruki stares at all of this and leans in close to Hedwyn. Hey, so what gives? First the reader, now we're taking her along? What, we gonna take in every mite-bitten drive imp we find now too? Easy, Ruki. I think he'd want for us to bring this one along. Who, Sandalwood? I thought you said he asked we find someone to fit in every type of mask. Near as I can tell, yours would fit her just fine. Okay, so Sandalwood is someone we don't really know anything about yet. He's an informant. He asks that we use our best judgment. Besides, we send her away, she'll go telling anyone she finds about us. We can't risk that right now. So, I can come in? It's very hot, and I'm a little thirsty, and a little tired, too. Yes, you're welcome here with us. One question, though. What do we call you? Well, this is embarrassing, I think, but I don't know for sure. It's just back home, they called me lots of names. Like, for the color of my hair. They made fun of you just because you got gray hair? That's it, my name. It rhymes with gray. It's just, they called me lots of names. You sense the girl is struggling to recollect a certain name she felt best suited her. You think that you can help the stowaway girl make peace with her name. I don't know if you actually get to name her. But I think I went with Faye before, and I think that might be her official name. So we're gonna do that. You suggest that the stowaway girl's name is Faye. Why, that's it. My name is Faye. My name is Faye. Where I am from, they called me Faye the Fair, but I guess you don't have to say that part, because I didn't really like it. Her fellow exiles decide to bring Faye along for now. She almost collapses from exhaustion, so you take her in and show her somewhere she can rest. Faye joined the group. She is tired, but excited. Yeah, so we're not just stuck with the 3 people that you start the game with for the gameplay bit. You can only have 3 people in each right, but as you go on, you get more team members that you can choose from to assemble the team you want, and some of them have like unusual abilities. A black wagon arrives in a somewhat peaceful stretch of Jomor Valley. Your companions wish to hole up here for the night, to give Faye and all of you a little time to rest. Let us consider... Oh, wait. Let's check inside the wagon, because we can probably talk to our new friend. Faye seems to be recovering well since you found her. She seems fascinated by everything and everyone in the wagon. Oh, hi, reader. You are the one who knew my name. You guessed it right, you did. Thank you for your hospitality. I've just been eating with the imps and talking to the wagon. This wagon, he and I are the same age, almost to the very day, but I am older by 3 weeks, so I am giving him a hard time. Little brother, I call him. He is a good wagon, isn't he? He will take us very, very far. My little brother, sure, he pulls at my hair at times, and I don't like it very much, but he is family. I am happy to be here with my family. I thought that I had lost them all again. I thought that I had lost them all. Oh, but we have stopped now, haven't we? Then I should go outside to dance in case the scribes are watching. Bye, reader. Smiling back at you, she prances out the door. She's a little bit of a weirdo. But she is nice. I'm not sure if it doesn't list her in the roster yet, so we can't see what her abilities are. We'll be able to soon, though. So let's consider our options. Your fellow exiles are taking a moment to unwind. Judariel motions for you to join them. Best get used to your new life here, reader. We seldom get such moments of reprieve. Perhaps some further study of that book shall pass the time. You could join me for a little stroll if you're feeling up to it. Always something to be foraged around here. Or you could teach us more of what you know. Prepare us for the next rite. In any case, we do what we can to stay busy. Keeps the sense of isolation well at bay. At certain junctures, you may choose from several vocations. So those are ways in which you can make yourself useful during occasional moments of free time. Alright, so what are our options? We can forage for resources. We can study in private, which hone your skills as a reader to grant small global bonuses to your fellow exiles during the rites. Or we can mentor a companion. Teach your fellow exiles of the old ways to raise their individual rank in the rites more quickly. I honestly don't remember what I did the first time I played. I think I either mentored someone or studied in private. But I think I want to mentor someone this time. I might have done that before too, but... Having gleaned knowledge from the Book of Rites, you can impart some of its teachings. As each exile's path towards enlightenment is personal, you'll have to mentor them one at a time. And we can't choose Fae, and it also won't show us their potential abilities until we get them far enough. I believe Ruki has the least current enlightenment, though, and he's one of my favorites for using in the rites, so I'm going to mentor him. Sure, chum, I could go for some enlightenment right about now. Might take the edge off. You illustrate to Ruki some of the intricacies of the rites, focusing on how all three in a triumvirate can move and act as of one mind. You sense he grasps some of the concepts. Yay! Give us 1,000 points. See that, chums? Old Ruki Greentail's got some bite in him yet. So now we can check out the abilities he can get. So he can take the Maneuvers of Mini-Mane, Rites Masteries, enhancing a Cur's agility and fortune. There had never been a Cur quite so bold or tireless in spirit as the famous Alpha Chief, Jomur Mini-Mane. Or Traits of the Alpha Chief, Rites Masteries, enhancing a Cur's relentlessness and fervor. Other Curs of his age all needed to learn to navigate the many quirks of Jomur's personality. So, at level 1 on this side, he can double jump, which is cool. At level 1 on this side, he can do some extra damage. That's pretty cool because, like I said, I usually like to use him to get in there and do the scoring. Even though he does less damage because he's easier to get in. And as we go up on this side, he can accelerate faster than usual to an even faster top speed, so better sprinting, and or a 50-50 chance to return in only 1 second after being banished. And then at the top level, he can jump a second or third time while airborne. And then on this side, so extra damage, and then he can cast his aura farther. And when he banishes them by casting his aura, the blast, I guess it makes an explosion that can banish other people, and then at the top level, he comes back after plunging into their pyre instead of remaining banished. I honestly don't remember which. I think I did this side when I used him before. And I think I did that because, like these two are nice, but since I'm trying to get him in there for scoring, I'm not going to be casting his aura as often if he's holding the orb. So, this one and this one would be real good if you were still able to get in there and score well. But yeah, I like this side. The extra jump, the faster stuff. It's good stuff. It's helpful. And so I'm gonna go with this side. Whew, I gotta head into you, chum. That book's not quite as boring as I thought. I better go lie down. Alright. So we've done that. So now we can continue on our travels. The path leading further west splits off, and once again your fellow exiles turn the choice of where to go over to you. Faye seems enthusiastic for whichever route you choose. So we have two options again. We can go to Glue Hive. The north route across the Jomur Valley passes the remains of the Hive Titan. Faye believes that those who travel this path shall be as strong as Goal of the 8 Scribes. Or we go to Fall Flat. The south route across Jomur Valley is riddled with barren rock and bone. Faye believes those who travel this path shall be as swift as Jomur of the 8 Scribes. I've been trying to take some different options before, but I think this is what I did the first time, and it's why I'm going to do this time too, because I tend to be much more interested in speed. I'm guessing that we're going to get a bonus to the next right based on this. And this is probably going to be a bonus to quickness, and the other one was probably going to be like a bonus to like presence or maybe glory. Anyway, Faye is behaving stranger than usual as you traverse the rocky pathways of Fall Flat. In the wild curves of the valley, avoid the oppressive heat of this place. This was the path that Jomur Minimane ran across so many times. Can you not feel his presence, him and all his friends here in the sand, and in the air, and all about? So Jomur Minimane is the 6th of the 8 scribes of the Book of Rites, known as the Brave, or the Alpha Chief. An Alpha Chief that united the Curs under a single banner, and charted half the known world. At first you pay it little heed, though later you observe your fellow exiles seem to have more of a lightness in their step. Perhaps it was the previous day's rest that did everyone good. Yeah, your companions gain +1 quickness for the next rite. And I like quickness. Quickness is good. En route to the spring of Jomur, you hear all about the roving slug market, which appears to be nearby. Ruki insists you take a look after you settle in. Ah, we have a new page and access to the slug market. Let's go read our new page and talk to Hedwyn first, though. What's up, Hedwyn? Hedwyn motions for you to join him. You sense there's something weighing on his mind. My friend, you asked before about what were to happen should you refuse to be of further help to us. I thought we'd better talk about that more. Look, this is the downside. You don't come here by choice, but in a way you're freer now than ever. So the truth is, if you don't want to help us, I can't make you. Not even Jody can make you. You're free to go at any time. But if you were to leave, you would be on your own, and so would we. If we're following a path right now, then we would lose it and be lost. I expect the path we're on is going to put strain on us from time to time. We'll be tempted to give up on all of this, and on one another. I think you know where I stand. I intend to see this through. But I can't make you do it, nor can I make Jody or Ruki. It's a choice we'll have to keep making as we go. Anyway, I'll leave you to it. Thanks for hearing me out. He walks away, leaving you to consider what he said. Alright, well let's read the next page of the Book of Rites while we consider. The Last Emperor, in the words of Golanthian, the Master General. Oh, I keep saying Golanthian, but it's Golathian. That's a hard word to say. Golathanian. Golathanian. Thanks for the crazy names, Pyre. How many nations did I scour in the name of Solium Myrrh? How many countries fell before our spears and blades? Such questions mattered less to me with every passing victory. Our legions swelled across the land, and our dominion grew. The Emperor Solium Myrrh paid all of this little heed. He only tended to his personal affairs. Our legions relished the autonomy. We did not know that the Emperor cared nothing for his legions, nor his people. He cared only for that which was before him. One day he learned of such a thing as to befit his name, and vowed to seek it out. Golathanian. Okay. Yeah, so that's all there's to do in here right now. So let's check out the slug market. And I'm gonna drink some more water. Oh, I love this guy. This guy's the best. Hey guys, how's it going, Mr. Greentail? Been a while and all that. Hey Ron, it's going. So this dude is Ron, and he's pretty awesome. Say, how come you've set up shop all the way out here? Isn't this a little out of the way? Oh, well, let's just say, you guys, you ain't my only customers. You see, Dad and I, we know this business pretty good. We've been a lot around the block, and so... As Ron keeps blathering, Ruki signals to you in a furtive way. Here's the deal, chum. Got an informant, says there's something here connected to this rights business. See if you can spot it. Should be able to pawn off some of our stuff to make the trade. And don't even worry about Falcon Ron. So anyways, you guys got something for me or what? That black bloom you got there, I could take it off your paws if you want. Yeah, Falcon Ron and his dad, I guess, that he rides around on. Or maybe he just calls that thing Dad. I don't honestly know. It's weird, but he's the best. And we can ask him to be quiet. But I don't mind his little mumblings, honestly. Okay, so we're going to sell him this black bloom because that's its only purpose. Hey, you know, I'll take it, Mr. Greentail, though you drive a pretty hard bargain. Now, you gonna take something off my hands here, or what? And see, now we can buy other stuff that he has. Like, we can buy this moon crest, which they are telling us to buy. But there's other stuff, too, none of which we can afford. So I guess it doesn't matter. But yeah, there's little talismans you can get, and this is a talisman. So this is basically going to teach us how talismans work. Purchase the moon crest for 20 whatever these are. Oh, they're soul. Old coins you can trade at the slug market. Most of the fallen empire's currency was destroyed, though some still circulates in black markets. That's a one-of-a-kind thinger you just got there, you know, and you got yourself a real good deal from me as well, so thanks. So now we can equip our talisman in the roster. Apparently any one of us bozos can get a little edge out of that thing during the rites. I mean, just a question of who gets to try it out. Each of your fellow exiles may have a talisman equipped. So these are little bonus items, basically. Pretty straightforward. So what this one does is it's kind of like that ability that we'll be able to get for Ruki, where he might come back right away. Oh, I guess for Ruki it was like in 1 second instead of whatever. This is immediately, but it's a 30% chance. So I'm gonna give it to Jodariel, maybe, because she has the worst hope, so she comes back the slowest. So a chance of her coming back right away is good. And also, she's the most likely, since I score with her the least, she's the most likely to just be on the field at any one time. So yeah, so I'm gonna give it to her. Anyways, Dad over here, his feet, you know, we've been having some trouble with his feet. Getting real something or other from all the hoofing around. And so, you see, Ruki indicates to you that now would be a good time to depart. Alright, so, yeah, like I said, there's this other cool stuff we could have, but can't afford any of it. 45, 50, 200? That's so much. But man, that would be a good one, right? While carrying the orb, the bearer moves 10% faster than usual. That's awesome. Kerfang would also be really good. Those will have to wait. See you, Mr. Greentail, and your friend there, too. I like them. Seems real nice, you know? And that's it. Might as well get that rite going. Rite number 2. As you complete preparations for the rites to commence, you notice Faye approaching. You notice, too, that she is wearing your companion's raiments. We can go home? Faye, I thought I made myself quite clear that you were not to touch those robes. Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Dario. I just thought that maybe you were being funny at the time? Unbelievable. Hey, something's happening in the sky. I think we're up.
Reader, what brings you to the spring of Jomir? Why, it must have been the stars. Although it seems that your triumvirate now numbers 4 exiles, not the expected 3. The rules of the rites were not created for you to besmirch. Prepare now to confront the fate. They still honor the traditions of the scribes, and surely have been longing for this chance. But first, you have a choice to make.
Sky burns bright once more as your next adversaries in the rites approach. Their apparent leader is a bent old cur who regards you with a formal bow. At his side is an intense young man. I hail you, exiles of the Nightwings, and am grateful that you chose to grace us with your presence once again. I am called Dalbert Oldheart, and this is my son, Almer. An honorable old cur bent on upholding the sacred traditions of the rites with his son. That's not your son. He's not a dog. Oh, okay, there we go. He is the dutiful foster son of Dalbert Oldheart, and is very protective of him above all else. We need not greet them, father. We shall face you in the field this night, and may the victor's pyre burn eternal. But first we offer you a token of good faith, in show of appreciation that the Nightwings have returned. Dalbert approaches you with something in his paw. You sense his motives are sincere, as he hands to you a small talisman. You received a tailwind crest from Dalbert. Ooh, +2 quickness. That's quite good. A forged metal brooch, cool to the touch, depicting some triumph of the Sea Dominion. Let us thank him and begin. What a good dude. That cur was very kind, and his son, he was so caring, wasn't he? When can we start? I want to help you beat them. We need 3 of us exactly to conduct a rite, but we've got 4 now, besides the reader. This ought to be their call. If someone has to stand aside this time, I volunteer. No volunteering, chum. It ought to be the reader's call, remember? Very well then, reader. Who shall it be? Henceforth, you shall choose 3 exiles to conduct each rite. Alright, so this'll take us to our roster, essentially. Where we can't, like, we can see what abilities people have, or masteries, as they're called. And I believe we can change... Yeah, we can assign talismans. Oh, and we can't look at upcoming masteries. So this is another thing where, like, how people feel about you can factor in somewhat. Like, you can make people mad or whatever. Because people don't like it when you leave them out. So he volunteered to stay out, but he's not gonna be... He's not gonna like it if he doesn't. Shut up, narrator. I'm thinking about it. I need to look at Faye's abilities, for one thing, because she's a little unusual, if I remember right. No, I guess she's not that weird. Her sprint is a little strange, I believe. Yeah, because she kind of has to, like, charge up her sprint. But she's quite fast. She's quite fast. She's I think she has like the highest. Does she have the highest hope? Wait, respawn time 7 seconds. That's okay. No, she definitely doesn't have the highest hope. Yeah, she's fairly middle of the road. She's slower than Ruki, but faster than him. Same glory. Pretty bad presence though. Pretty bad presence. God, like I kind of want to go in with her. I always have this tendency in games to like want to like keep people balanced, you know? But like I don't know that actually makes sense in this game. But I do like Faye. I think Faye is pretty cool. So, I'm gonna give her the... Wait, do I want to give this to her? I'm gonna put in... No, you know what? I'm putting in Faye. Wait, who am I gonna give the talisman to? Quick to 17. I'm gonna give the talisman to him, and I'm gonna put him in.
Edwin.
You didn't have to do this, but I'll do my best. I'm gonna leave Ruki out this time. I'm gonna put in Jodariel.
Jodariel.
And I'm gonna put in Faye. Because this shouldn't be too hard, and I'd like to get everyone at least one mastery.
Faye.
Oh, me? Thank you for believing in me, because I think the scribes do too.
It is done.
Well, look at you, chum, making the tough calls. Fine, whatever, I'll sit out. Nightwings, I trust you all are well prepared for these old eyes, yet see that the rites shall be commencing momentarily. Are you quite ready too, my son? I hope so, father. Here now, let me show you.
Now begin. Beware the adversary's aura, or be banished. That was the last of them. The Nightwings assert themselves thusly.
Good job, Faye. Yeah. Let's kick some ass. Look forth, my son. The waters of Jomur Minimane bring blessings unto us this eve. Perhaps our chance has come at last. We need more than blessings to prevail against them, father. Please keep fighting. Ooh, moondrops.
A boon come from the stars themselves. But shall it be enough for Dalbert and his faithful son?
Ah, crap.
Alas for Alma.
Oh no!
You left yourselves wide.
He is so fast. I forgot how fast curs are.
There.
Oh, damn it.
All banished.
There we go.
Now that is how to snuff a flame.
Like I said, don't usually do much scoring with her, but oh no! Oh no! 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 No!
Didn't
No! 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 No!
coming.
Oh gosh! Heck yeah!
Douse the flame.
Here we go. Alright, any one person can
No
get
more
this.
than a lick of flame remains.
Oh shit, he's gonna get through though.
Barely a mark against
He's so
that
fast!
flame. Somebody get the orb.
There we go.
It is done.
Those moondrops are very
Wings
helpful.
prevail. It was a glorious performance, I must say. Perhaps you shan't
Yeah, that was
be
pretty-
quite
that was
so
a pretty easy one.
fortunate next time.
We did it. Indeed.
Sunodonashe.
I wonder what will happen to the Fate. They seemed so nice, didn't they? Yeah, that was our... Oh my gosh, his son is called Almer the Helpless. Oh, buddy. Oh. They seemed so nice, didn't they? Exiles of the Night Wings, the dawn is yours, and may you earn your freedom. But father, the dawn might have been ours. We failed, and I have failed you. Nonsense. We are the Fate. We do what is ordained, and nothing less. Now let us go, my son, for I am weary once again.
There is much to learn from this experience.
I think I'm beginning to understand something of this, my friend. Alright, so Hedwyn has gained a level of enlightenment, so he can work on the marks of the Master General, which are rights masteries enhancing a nomad's skill and versatility. Golgolathi, and God, that's such a hard name. Golathanian never ordered an assault in which he did not participate firsthand. Or Bonds of the Saurian Legion. Rights mastery is enhancing a nomad's influence over his triumvirate. Though many were conscripted into the Master General's Legion, many more simply volunteered. So, that first mastery makes him and his allies regenerate stamina faster. That's real cool. And his one over here means that he gains 50% more stamina, which is good for the jumping and the sprinting. I think I went with this route with him before, and I think I probably will again, because it's a lot of things that affect not just him, but everybody on the team, which is nice. Oh yeah, it lets him bring more, like, revive people, which is cool at this level. That's a real nice one. Yeah, you know, it's all pretty good stuff. But yeah, I'm gonna go with this path for him.
The Master General reveals his stratagem. A flash of inspiration for next time.
And she did not gain enough to actually learn anything yet, as expected. But we'll get her there. We'll get her there.
Until the stars align.
Hello. Excuse me. I mean, would you excuse me for a moment, do you think? You're one of them. What do you want? Father needs me. Oh, I'm sorry. I think I forgot what I was going to say. I'm so embarrassed. What is the matter with you? It is against the rights for us to even speak like this. I did not know that, I don't think. No one said anything like that to me. But then, all this, it's very new to me. And so I thought maybe... You cannot be serious. Yes, I mean, I like to laugh. I like to laugh a lot. And you... How about you? This is a Nightwing's trick. Father told me not to speak with any of you. I think she's trying to flirt with him. Or maybe just make friends. I'm not sure how old she is supposed to be. But I have to go. Wait, Almer, wait, I think that was your name. Was that even your name? Wait. She's a little bit of a an odd one. As you return to the wagon after vanquishing the fate, you notice Jodariel tense up and frown. Where did he go? Who? Wait, the sleeping guy? The minstrel. He's gone. You see, it is true. There is no trace of the lone minstrel, who had been lying still in the corner of the wagon all this time. You join the others and search for him outside. Your fellow exiles have revealed nothing to you of the lone minstrel or how they found him, though you sense their concern as they scour the vicinity for him. We'll worry about the minstrel, my friend. You worry about the stars. Wherever they guide us, we're going. You gaze upon the stars once more. Haub, the midnight star. The midnight star burns bright over the standing stones at the edge of flagging hands. Everyone, we're headed back east, all the way across the valley. Towards the cairn of Haub, then. The accursed imp here felled the mighty bone titan, Thax Six Shoulders. That's right, we have to risk it. What if that minstrel guy doesn't turn up by then? We shall find him, on this night or another. They continue searching for some time, however the minstrel is nowhere to be found. Hey, Rookie, let's have a chat. He's probably going to be grumpy because I didn't bring him on the right. After having secured victory over the Fate in a rather one-sided contest, I don't know that it was one-sided, they did pretty good. A rather one-sided contest last night, you find Ruki off on his own. You sense he wants to talk about your decision to exclude him from conducting the rite. Yeah, I'm sorry, but, like, I had to pick somebody to leave out. Well, look at what we have here, if it isn't my good chum. Oh yeah, I'm mad. You bet I'm mad. Who wouldn't be if they didn't get to run around in the cold, wearing old robes? Good thing the others managed to scrape by without my help. He complains like this for some time, and then... Okay, it's out of my system now. I'm off for a quick walk, know what I mean? He departs to check on things outside. You sense that he no longer has misgivings about what transpired, and is more concerned at present about the missing minstrel. This is Faye's little thing. Okay, I guess. I wonder why Jodariel has to be consoled by Faye. Guess we're done. Well, let me look at Faye on the roster. She has a pretty basic aura casting. She's moon-touched. The Commonwealth never did know how to handle those who could not fit neatly into its mold. It is said that those born under a wild moon often lead a charmed and troubled life. And she's a savage, men and women ostracized for their deficiencies or differences, even prior to their sentencing. Also called the moon-touched. So, like, those are both, like, the same, kind of. Okay. She's the faithful drifter. Okay, her simple and sincere demeanor suggests she likely was shunned in the Commonwealth and would have been considered a savage by the standards there. She seems unusually interested in the legends of the 8 scribes. Okay. So, we might as well move on. There's still no sign of the lone minstrel, although Jodariel tracks potential signs of movement east. The same way you are headed, you consider where to search for him. So we can pick, again, one of the two places we did while coming here. And I'm gonna go with... I'm gonna go with Glue Hive, I guess, just because we didn't go there last time. I don't know if that was really the right choice. Like, I've considered doing the other one just because I kind of care more about Jodariel as like a team member. Not necessarily as a character, but as a team member. And this might give them more points, I don't know. As you travel through the dry flats of Glue Hive, Hedwyn seems more ill at ease than usual. There is no sign of the missing minstrel. So Glue Hive is the lifeless carapace of Beolanthius still looms over the western edge of the valley. Sorry about this, Jody. I had a hunch he must have come this way. Would that our hunches could be more dependable, but do not fear, we shall find him yet. Sounds like a hunch to me. More of a promise. You pick up bits and pieces of the minstrel's significance to your fellow exiles. He was there when they first discovered the Black Wagon, but they refused to say much more for now. Stop the wagon. What? How come? Because of her. They're coming! They're coming for us! We have to be ready! We have to! Does she mean what I think she means? I believe so. Your fellow exiles scramble to prepare the wagon for whatever is out there. Once you help them settle in, perhaps you can learn more of their source of concern. Okay, I guess we're going to prepare for the night. Something is approaching, and you and your fellow exiles need to be ready for it. They are coming for us. They fear the scribes. They fear the scribes. I know they do. What's she talking about? What's going on? Howlers. Lots of them. Yeah, so occasionally, aside from the rites in this game, there's other little kind of mini rites almost. Like they don't involve an orb, but will involve like doing other stuff, other gameplay things. Then what are we gonna do? And this is gonna be one of them. They fear the scribes. Calm yourself, Faye. We shall give them a reason to fear us as well. We'll use the raiments and the books. Indeed, one of us can draw them out under the reader's watch. It shall be just like one of our rites. Hedwyn turns to you. It seems we need your help in this, my friend. We just need a volunteer to go with you. I will do it, reader, please. You have to let me, and the scribes, they will protect me. I know they will. Jodariel exchanges looks with Hedwyn. Each of them nods at you as if to signal their approval. Faye intends to help fend off the Howlers. Okay, so I think if this gives us some points, this might let her level up, which would be cool. That howling sound, it means they're here. Oh, by the scribes, they're here. Yeah, I already have aim assist on. more. I think there's many more. Oh, here they come. Here they come. I can't seem to get the hang of this power casting bullshit, though. Oh my god, why are there so many of them? Jesus fucking Christ. I did really bad. Is it over? Is it over now at last? It is, I think it is. Oh, those poor and wretched beasts. Just then Faith spots something creeping toward her. Who? What? I did really bad in that. I'm pretty sure I did better the first time I did it, but I don't know. I kind of wish I could redo that just for the practice at power casting. Howling subsides as your fellow exiles scramble out to check on Faye. You find her in one piece, along with an unfamiliar little face. Squeaky! Isn't he the best? Can we keep him? I'm not gonna read his dialogue. You sense a depth of experience in this creature, at least judging by Drive Imp standards. In fact, you feel a connection to him. If you concentrate, perhaps you can derive some meaning from his calls and screeches. Hey, I can understand him now. He is pleased to meet you. He recognizes me as the new reader of the Nightwings. Drive Imp seems satisfied at having gotten through to you, and you explain to your companions what little you have learned of him so far. No one argues against letting the creature come along. Inside the wagon, the other Drive Imps stare at him with something like reverence. The Drive Imp joined you. He seems to know his way around. You can see the little imp has made himself at home. He rushes right up to you. Your new imp companion seems very pleased to be in the wagon. He indicates he was able to find you thanks to the swarm of howlers. He has no love of howlers, and they know not to mess with him either. He plans to set up a nest that should ward off any further trouble from them. He looks forward to the road ahead with everyone, and believes it shall be worth it. He seems to be saying he is happy to be back where he belongs, and he urges you to keep going. He bounds off towards his brethren, settled in the wagon's rafters. Alright, did I gain any? No, I didn't actually gain anything with her. Darn it. Oh well. That's okay. We got this Drive Imp now. He's gonna be another teammate. I don't really use him usually because he's weird. His movement and things are much stranger than most of the other characters. Hedwin orders the wagon to a halt somewhere in the desperate sprawl of Jomur Valley. There's someone on the road. Be careful, everyone. The figure watching the black wagon from afar approaches, arms spread wide, although a hat and cloak conceal the figure's features. Then the imp rushes out toward whomever it is. The imp is very riled up at the sight of whoever is approaching, though in an almost joyous way. Tizo! That's the name of our imp. It is good to see you, and you found the others even faster than expected. The imp called Tizo appears very pleased, The lone minstrel turns toward the rest of you. Hello, we have not met, but I know who you are, or who you must be. I returned as promptly as I could. Have you walked with the scribes themselves? Because I think maybe you have? Hello indeed, you had us worried there when you took off. I should knock him back into his slumber. I did not aim to cause you such concern. As soon as I awakened, I had to notify my client that the Nightwings have returned. Your client? Aye, my client. Sandalwood. He is your point of contact, as I understand. You did not find his wagon by mistake. So, what now? You continue down the path. That is why I am here. When we meet my client, he shall explain. For now, you have a job to do. I assure you that I shall not interfere. But I mean to accompany you. Would that be all right? Hedwyn and the others exchange looks. Welcome back, minstrel. You got a name? I am sometimes called Tariq. It is a pleasure to meet you, Nightwings. The lone minstrel returns to the Black Wagon with your fellow exiles. The lone minstrel rejoined the group. Let's journey onward. The cairn of Haub is a foreboding sight. It is here that the next rite is to commence. Reader, if you have a moment, once we are settled on these grounds, I wish to speak with you in the wagon at your leisure. Ooh, we have a new page. But first... Oh, and here's where we can, like... pick music to listen to. Let's listen to Night Howlers. That's good music. I like this song. Alright, what do you have to say, dude? Oh, that stopped the music. This doesn't matter. The lone minstrel seems to have situated himself in the wagon. He is very still, not unlike when he was sleeping. Reader, I shall keep this brief, as you shortly have a rite you must conduct. You have read something of the Book of Rites, which means you may know something of my nature. Yeah. Or maybe not. On the contrary, you know not what he means, and he soon senses this. Forgive me, for I spoke too soon. Suffice it, I have served the Nightwings for some time. Conduct the rites with glory, and you shall achieve what you seek. The lone minstrel nods farewell to you and steps away. Alright, let's see what the new page of the book is. The Rope Collar. In the words of Golathanian, the Master General. I knew it was a fool's errand, but my liege, he would not listen. He instead insisted to pursue a certain treasure, a celestial orb, freshly fallen from the heavens in the reaches of the downside. He would be a living legend if only he could grasp it, whispered in his ear. That Kaelmer Ropecollar, his elder and most trusted aide. Would that I slew that man myself. His was a simple yet brilliant ruse to draw the Emperor farther still from his responsibilities and towards his greed. Thus did the Emperor begin an expedition into the Forsaken Lands. He insisted that he go himself. Okay. And I guess let us see what is at the slug market. Oh, hey guys, fancy running into you this side of the sand. So what can I do you for? Ron, how'd you make it all this way ahead of us? Come on now, Mr. Greentail. Can't just give up all my business secrets, am I right? What I can do, though, seeing as you've been such a good customer and all, is provide for you a sample of a little something you might like. Here, check this out. Seeing as you bought that Mooncrest thinger from me last time, why, I'm just thinking you could use this, and I got more if you want. You received Pinch of Stardust. It does seem useful. Ah, yes. So you can improve talismans with certain items. Like this one. Thanks, Ron. You're a pal. And so you can buy more. Costs 3. You can also buy this contract. Contracts are kind of nice. They can help you get money, and like, you know, you have to, the person with it has to banish an adversary like 10 frickin' times to make the cost back, which is kind of a bummer. But if you improve it with Stardust, then, oh wait, no, I think that just makes them usable more often, actually. I think. Well, if you level it up enough, it might get better. Because I think the stuff that's white is what improves. Unless it's only the stuff after the colon that can improve. I'm not really sure. So anyway, we have 61 coins right now. So we could afford this for some bonus damage. We can't afford the lunar glass, though. I'm gonna buy another pinch of Stardust. I know you're gonna like that stuff, guys. It's pretty woohoo, know what I mean? And if you want some more, now I know just the individual and his dad who can get it. Catch my meaning, yeah? Just stop on by some other time. And I am gonna take the contracts. But that's it for now. You guys have a good day out there. Now I will check what's up here. Drag Stardust onto an upgradable talisman. So like, yeah, so like I could put it on here and it'll let us do it 11 times for right. That's like great, fucking lovely, right? Or if we put it on this thing, it will improve to just +2 quickness, the same as it already is. But you know, if you do it more times, it might get better eventually. Or on this thing, it'll go to 33% instead of 30%. And I think those are all the things we have so far. Yeah. So, I'm gonna use one on this, and then I'll use one on I'm gonna use it on this again. I'm gonna see if we can make this like worth more. Worth better more. Worth more better. And I'm planning on bringing her in again because I really want to get her a level. So I'm going to give her the +2 quickness one. And I'm going to give him... Oh wait, no. I might bring in Jodariel, Faye, and Rookie. Rookie Dookie. What is the green part? Why is there a part that's green? I don't know what that means. Oh, is that because he was a grumpus? Is that because he was all grumpy with me from not letting him in last time? Yeah, I think I should do Rookie, even though he has a lot already compared to Hedwyn. Hedwyn's kind of meh. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna do one more right. Or actually, no, you know what? I said I was gonna do this till 3, and it's 3. So I think I'm gonna call it here, and I'm gonna plan on playing again either tomorrow or Saturday. I haven't decided yet, and we'll pick up with the next right. So yeah, so thanks for watching, and I will talk to you next time. Bye.